You arrive in this cruel world, and your mom soon flies off to take care of some business. And right away, you have to bite your way through this hard thing just to get a bit of air. You escape your shell. Welcome to the amazing nest. And no, it didn't just magically appear. Your parents worked day and night to build this thing. Right now, you don't look like a mighty pigeon at all. You're more like a tiny, bald, almost naked lump of life, with a ridiculously big head and an absurdly huge beak. You open your eyes, you look at your wings. Huh. Can you even call those wings? There's only one thing on your mind, food. Like a lot of food. And here comes Dad or Mom, leaning in, and then nope, no pizza, no tasty bun. They open their beak, and your very first lunch. Time passes. You start growing feathers. Now you look like a tiny feather ball, with permanently shocked eyes. And finally, you kind of start to resemble a, well, almost normal pigeon. You try spreading your wings for the first time. You stand up. You try to walk around the nest, but instead, you just roll to the edge. You peek out for the first time and see the huge, wide world. But who cares about that? You see nothing now. Nothing but the most important thing in your life. Bread. Yo, I see you watching. Yeah, you. You empathize with the poor creature and still didn't like or subscribe? Bro, my heart can't take this emotional damage. Just click the thing. It's free. It helps. It heals me emotionally. Thank you. One day your parents bring food, but you say, that's it? And they realize, yeah, they can't feed you anymore. You step to the edge of the nest and start warming up for the jump. Your parents are off to the side, cheering you on. But if you still don't have the guts to jump, they might just help you, forcefully. So you walk around minding your own business and bam! You're flying. Wait, oh my god, good thing it wasn't you, it was your bro. You look at your dad still chewing on a banana. And yeah, you get it now. Better to jump on your own than wait for that kind of surprise from your parents. You jump and immediately crash into the nearest bush. Okay, first try. Always a bit of a fail, but then another jump, another flap, and finally, awkward as hell, you're flying. Day by day, you get stronger. Your wings flap sharper, faster, and at last, you're a full-grown pigeon gliding between rooftops and balconies. But this world, it's not easy. There are rivals, other pigeons, and predators, crows, cat, and those weird kids who chase birds for no reason. But through it all, you survive. You're tough. You're a pigeon. You spot a piece of bread on the street. Jackpot. But of course another pigeon shows up, and he looks at you like he's ready to eat you, not the bread. You back off. You're not a fighter. You're not Pigeon the warrior. You just want to eat. So you stroll the streets looking for a tasty spot, and then boom, you find it. Humans left their food unattended. You move in. And just as you're about to grab a bite, one of them stomps toward you, scares you off. You fly away, empty, but not defeated. You want revenge. So you wait. You watch, you see the human get into their car, drive off, and head to the car wash. Now they're all proud. Their car is clean, shiny, sparkly, gleaming, and that's when your moment comes. You spread your wings, fly over the car, and leave a message. Right on the windshield. Remember this, bro. You don't mess with the pigeon and get away clean. You arrive at a place where someone has spilled a whole bunch of food. You see other pigeons, but you don't care about them. There's enough food for everyone. And then your little party is noticed by a sparrowhawk, a straight-up pigeon assassin. He gains altitude. One of the pigeons takes off trying to escape, but the hawk dives at high speed and strikes the pigeon in the head. Instant death. You, however, figure out the best defense in this situation. Just duck. That way he can't reach you. The hawk misses and crashes right into a wall. You, my friend, are an evil genius. You got caught by a human. And not just any human. One of those weird ones who decides to train you. They toss you into the air and expect you to hover in one spot for 12 hours straight. If you fail, even by a second, you'll become cat food. The human walks away, and there you are, like an idiot, just floating in the sky. You could fly away, sure. But something tells you, if you stay, maybe they'll feed you, maybe it's worth it. So you hang in there. Minute by minute, hour by hour, muscles shaking, brain melting. And then, finally, the time is up. You made it. You joyfully start to descend, but suddenly a gust of wind slaps you off course. And now you're spinning, drifting, lost, gone with the wind. Exhausted and starving, you're ready to eat literally anything. And I mean anything. You pick up a tiny rock and eat it. Oh, turns out there was actual food behind that rock. Well, no big deal. You need to eat rocks anyway. How else is your food supposed to get crushed inside you when you don't even have teeth? Whoa! That belly's not even legal for a pigeon. Well, guess what? You can't fly again. First it was because you were too small, and now it's because you've eaten yourself into a gravity problem. You walk into the building, and spotting an open elevator, you rush inside. You frantically press the button for the top floor and head straight to the roof. Up here, a cat could still get you, so you need to pick a spot where nothing and no one can reach you. You walk onto that rubbery cable stretched between the roof and the nearest street lamp. Other pigeons are freezing, but not you. You've eaten so much you're actually warm, so the other pigeons start cuddling up to you for some warmth. But they overdo it. And just like that, all your food, along with a couple of pebbles, comes flying back out. You fly into a new place. And there it is. The most glorious piece of bread you've ever seen, the stuff of dreams, everything your sad little life has led up to. You walk up to it. And suddenly you hear the rustle of wings. You turn around, and there's a crow, and another one. They offer to have some fun, play a little game of shell. You, unsuspecting, agree. While one distracts you with the game, the other quietly tries to steal your precious crumb. But you're so into the game you don't even notice it's gone. You play with the crow and in the end, lose everything you had. Honestly, the crow didn't expect you to be that much of a sucker, that she even drops part of your winnings along the way. She won more than she can even carry. You pick up what the crow dropped, feel like a winner, and move on in search of food. And you run into a rat. Not just any rat. This one's so hungry he recently ate his own relatives. But even that wasn't enough to satisfy him. You've got no feathers, so flying away isn't an option. You run for your life, but still you lose a leg. You hide from the rat in the bushes and wait for it to leave. Finally, you can relax. For the next couple of days, you don't come out of that bush no matter what. You're completely defenseless now. You can't fly and you can't run. After surviving all those hardships, your feathers grow back. You crawl out of your hiding spot and head out to hunt. But then, you see her. A lady pigeon. And you just can't help but sit down next to her. You do your signature flirtatious coo. She coos back. She scoots closer to you. You scoot a little closer to her. And before you know it, you're building your very own nest together. If you can even call it a nest. Whatever. You'll just tell the kids you tried your best. That should do. Some time passes, and now here you are, flying with your mouth full of vomit, ready to feed your little parasites. You toss a banana peel into the nest, hoping that this bloated baby will finally become independent and you won't have to keep feeding it anymore. Congrats, you've got yourself an heir to carry on your glorious legacy of failure. Ah yes, the circle of life. If you liked this video, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and give it a thumbs up. It'll help our project grow, slow but steady. But don't worry, I promise our next videos will pick up the pace.